Life perspective of a 105-year-old who never aimed for longevity. I have never lived up to now at 105 years old with longevity as my goal. At 100, I began learning to write plays. At 101, I overcame my fear of heights and took a helicopter ride for the first time. At 102, I published my first children's picture book. At 103, I challenged myself to ride a horse for the first time. At 104, I collaborated with others to organize a touring concert. At 105, I still frequently give speeches, write columns, and accept media interviews. Shigeaki Hinohara, 1911 to 2017, was a legendary figure in Japan, known as a national treasure-level doctor. He dedicated most of his life to serving others. Before leaving this world, he shared his reflections on death, life, family, friends, work, and loneliness in a conversational manner with all those willing to listen. The following is an excerpt from his book, I Lived Like This Until 105, containing his insightful thoughts and memorable quotes. 2. Life exists in the time we can control. In childhood, time is almost entirely spent on oneself. Only after growing up do we gain the ability to contribute time to others and to society. He called for using the time given by life to help others as much as possible. Through this process, one experiences a sense of meaning and value, thus feeling the flow of life. The longer a person lives, the greater the social significance they might create. This understanding of life motivated him to live as long as possible, doing everything he could to hold on to the very last moment of life. You might say this is just the natural survival instinct of humans, nothing extraordinary. However, many people, due to temporary setbacks, pressure, pain, or insurmountable economic or emotional crises, eventually fall into nihilism, depression, and despair, ultimately ending their own lives. For instance, many elderly people in their twilight years lose their economic capability and ability to care for themselves, and without children willing to support them, they live in poverty and despair, losing their sense of value and meaning in life, and eventually choose to leave this world quietly. 3. Disease is a gift from heaven. How to understand this? When healthy, people often have various complaints and dissatisfaction. However, once sick, the accompanying pain is indescribable. Yet, it is precisely because of this severe pain that one is awakened from ignorance and recklessness, leading to a respect and gratitude for health. Illness makes one reflect on what is most important in life and who one cares about the most. In reality, we often hear stories of individuals who, after recovering from a serious illness, transform their lives entirely, quitting jobs, selling houses, engaging in charity, starting businesses, traveling, and pursuing long-held dreams. This shows that sometimes illness can make people live more clearly and rationally. Medicine is an uncertain science and a possible art. Modern medicine, as established by William Osler, is still powerless against many diseases, unable to completely liberate patients from illness and pain. For those with incurable conditions, doctors must sincerely consider issues from the patient's perspective, convey care, maintain a smiling face during consultations, speak with a gentle tone, and offer comfort and encouragement to help patients retain hope. These actions are beneficial for patients in overcoming diseases and at least in alleviating some of their pain. 4. Death is not the end of life, but a new beginning. This is not the religious cycle of life and death, but refers to the fact that after a person dies, they continue to live in the memories of others. People do not disappear completely from the lives of the living after death. On the contrary, through continuous remembrance, they are engraved in our lives in a more profound way. Every morning when I wake up and find myself still alive, I feel an innate joy. It is because I am alive that I can start a new day and have unexpected encounters. Death always surrounds me like a shadow, so every moment can only be described as a treasure. One should pre-discuss their desire for life-prolonging treatment with family members. So if that moment suddenly arrives, and you might be unable to make decisions or express opinions, your family can handle it. Therefore, one should regularly discuss life and death topics with family members so that even in a state of confusion, those around you can understand you and help you make decisions in pain, allowing you to leave this world with gratitude. 5. Aging, sickness, and death are physical issues, while love and happiness are spiritual. Everyone seeks love and happiness, but different people might have vastly different understandings of these two things. Love and being loved are the sources of my energy while living. Humans cannot exist in isolation. The happiness of loving and being loved is a unique feeling only humans can have. Love is accepting the most real version of the other person. The real person might not meet your ideal standards, but once you accept them, you will surely discover their remarkable qualities. Because you love their true self, your everything will also be genuinely loved by them. Offering love to others also brings a satisfying sense of happiness to oneself. Love is the source of happiness, but another source is becoming your true self. To be your true self, 3 points are crucial. 1. Not being concerned with external possessions. 2. Not being swayed by others' evaluations. 3. Going with the flow. Then use the abilities given by heaven and make the best use of your current environment to do what you should do. This might seem difficult, but it is actually a simpler way of life. At 54, to live longer, I made the following plans for the rest of my life. I am a 54-year-old woman born in 1970. Life has entered its second half. Since a serious illness in 2020, I realized that besides life and death, everything else is trivial. It is often said that a good death is not as good as a bad life because only by living can life have more possibilities. To live longer, I made the following plans for the rest of my life. 1. Apart from life and death, everything else is trivial. Prioritize health. When I was young, I always felt that the future was long and death was far away. But after becoming ill, I realized the future is imminent and death is not so distant. The human body, like the brain, has memory. In old age, one has to pay for the ignorance of youth. In fact, the greatest wealth in old age is not how much money you have or how obedient your children are, but a healthy body. Only with good health can one enjoy the care of children and the joy brought by grandchildren. In life, no one can predict which will come first, tomorrow or an accident. Like me, I never thought cancer would happen to me. Before the diagnosis, I had no discomfort. I was still accompanying my daughter during her postpartum period, providing the best care and love. After the postpartum period ended and the pandemic began, we did not visit relatives. I was looking forward to taking care of my little grandson after his 100 days. But little did I know that my daughter's arrival was also the moment I was diagnosed with cancer. The fear, confusion, and shock of that moment still often come to mind as if it happened yesterday. After a serious illness, my mind changed along with my body. I am no longer afraid of death, but still wish to live well. In the future, I will always pay attention to my health, regularly have checkups, maintain good living and eating habits, ensure balanced nutrition, and prevent chronic diseases. I will also have good sleep habits, avoid staying up late, get up early, drink a glass of warm water on an empty stomach in the morning, go out in the sun for calcium, soak my feet before bed to improve blood circulation and remove moisture, and slow down aging. Regular checkups will help detect and treat health issues early. Minor illnesses should be treated seriously. Only with good health can I avoid burdening my children and enjoy a happy old age. 2. Adjusting mindset, staying positive, and facing everything with optimism. The body is the best reflection of emotions. I used to doubt this, but now I am convinced. In the future, I will adjust my mindset, face everything in life with positivity, and accept what I cannot change. I will love myself well, take good care of my body and emotions, eat what I want, go where I want, meet who I want. I will focus on myself and not tolerate anyone who makes me unhappy. I will not endure or compromise anymore. I will learn to release my unhappiness rather than suppressing it. 3. Live in the present and be content. I used to think of what if and if only, but I won't anymore. Life has no what if or if only. There is only now and the future. Maintain an optimistic and positive attitude. Avoid comparisons and envy, and cherish what you have. Being content brings joy. Rather than worrying about the future, it is better to live well in the present. Control your own life and emotions, and don't be a slave to them. I don't know what the future holds, but I know there is only one me in the world. Each day is limited edition. How can I not treat it well? In conclusion, regardless of whether the future is one day, 1 year, 10 years, or several decades, I will love myself more than before. I will live freely in the limited time I have, be more at ease, see gains and losses clearly, view pain lightly, and let everything happen naturally. I will not force anything. In the future, not only will I learn to endure, but also learn to let go and reconcile with. I will make peace with life, which means forgiving myself. Thank you for watching today's content. I hope the shared thoughts resonate with you. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click subscribe so we can be with you every day. Let's grow, be happy, and grow old together. See you next time.